So I'm at a point now where I can only review and read so many books a year, and basically a half of my content at this point might as well be Rick Riordan books. So thank you for that, Rick.
For an eternity, Apollo, god of archery, bestowed warriors with fatal accuracy until he defied his father. But how does one punish a god? You make him human.
So after the Heroes of Olympus was released, we once again thought that Percy Jackson would end. I guess it's never going to end at this point. I really don't think so. This universe will die the day Rick Riordan dies. And that's why we have Trials of Apollo, a sequel series. I don't even know how many books are going to be in it, starring Apollo, one of the gods in the books. He's just a side character, but he has his own series now because because Rick really needs it to happen. But you know what? I love these characters. I love this universe. I couldn't care less, and I'm gonna read them, and I'm probably gonna love this series by the time it's over. And basically, this book takes place after Heroes of Olympus. Percy, he's a side character as far as a side character could be. He's trying to live his own life. And meanwhile, Apollo is kind of getting blamed for the events that happened during the Heroes of Olympus. And Zeus has cast him down from Olympus. He's a basic mortal now. And if you haven't read these books up to this point, you might as well just click off this video because you gotta be caught up, okay? I don't know what else to say. But yeah, anyway, Apollo, he's being turned into a human. He meets this girl named Meg, and he tries to go to Camp Half-Blood, and he does the usual adventure stuff that is, the usual for these books. And as much as I say the usual, it's not the usual. Basically, I love Camp Half-Blood. And we finally have a book that's mostly just Camp Half-Blood, and it really takes place not far out. It never leaves New York, if that gives perspective. It never leaves New York. And a lot of the side characters, like Will, he's now basically a main character. And Apollo himself, his perspective is so new because he was a god, and even though he's being nerfed, because you kind of gotta nerf him, he's just a human, right? But he still has the basic memories of a lifeline that lasted thousands of years, and his comedy, although it's kind of sarcastic like the usual tone of these books, it's completely new. He's a very selfish person. He only thinks of himself. Although he has that kind of dumbness that is typical for the gods, where they only really think of themselves and their perspective never leaves this single-minded playing field. And now he's human, and he's getting human emotions, and he's going through a transition. Although it's not finished because it's running the course of this series, you really feel he's coming full circle because he's learning how to be human, and in that he's getting all these different emotions, and it's so nice to see one of these gods who are so just full of it finally, getting the full routine, and they are learning. And Apollo, he was never like my favorite. Dionysus will always be my favorite god, but I think Apollo's probably right under him as my number 2. And as far as other characters, we get more Nico, we get more Percy, Annabeth takes a back seat. But we get a lot of our favorite characters. I would like to see just more like Grover, who hasn't been... What the hell? We don't get any Grover. I don't know what's up with that. But I think we get enough of our characters who we love seeing every year at this point. And as far as new characters, I love Meg. She actually feels like a fresh face, and she does a damn good job. And she's very funny as well. And Apollo, he really steals the show. He's an amazing main character. And we're actually being left in the dark a little bit for the sequel. We know who's going to be the cast, but I don't think we know the name or release date yet. So with that being said, I'm very excited for that book. And final thoughts on the Trials of Apollo Book 1, The Hidden Oracle. I had a really good time with it. At this point, I really just feel like the series is just kind of going on for the sake of it, but at the same time, Rick Riordan's still having fun, the audience is still having fun, and, you know, there's a lot new here. We got just a new story, new characters, and a new perspective from Apollo, a former god. I love that aspect. So in the end, I'm looking forward to how I'll feel about the series as a whole when it's done. But as for now, a standalone book, The Hidden Oracle, I really liked it. And with all that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to give The Hidden Oracle a 7 out of 10. And as always, thank you for watching. I love you guys. You are the best. You can check out my Twitter, my Patreon, any of that good stuff if you feel like it. And with that, I leave you.